If you were anywhere online Saturday night, then you know that Mike Tyson got back into the ring after a 15-year hiatus to take on Roy Jones Jr. But the real story of the night was Jake Paul putting former NBA player Nate Robinson to sleep in the second round by way of knockout. And after a very scary few seconds, Nate came to, and the internet did what they always do, memed the hell out of the situation. I'm Mackenzie, you're watching InformOverload, and let's get into the memes. But before I even start off, you guys gotta let me know if you saw the fight, and if you didn't, did you at least see clips of it going viral? Because to me it was everywhere on my timeline. So I watched the fight Saturday not only because I wanted to see Jake Paul fight, but because I'm a genuine fan of MMA and boxing, so I was gonna be watching regardless. And the Paul versus Robinson fight was honestly so shocking. I think my mouth was wide open the entire fight. The fight was also commentated by Snoop Dogg along with other fight commentators, and Snoop's comments made the whole thing just so much better because during the fight Robinson went down 3 times in total, and right before the final knockout, Snoop was literally singing hymns for Robinson. And when Nate went down, Snoop's screams made the whole thing just even more shocking. Trainers then rushed to Robinson, who was out cold for about 5 seconds after the hit. And of course, whenever a social media star does anything to this caliber, savage Gen Zers are gonna jump right on it, and oh boy did they, with every trend on Twitter that night being about the fight. Even Logan Paul was trending at one point, because lots of people still think that, you know, Jake and Logan Paul are the same person, but I do kind of understand the confusion. Like, they do look pretty similar. One of them just has to like dye their hair, like take one for the team, you know, so we can separate them for the general public. But then the Nate Robinson challenge started trending, where people lay face down and then someone takes a picture, basically mimicking Robinson out cold. And damn, the internet is savage. But like I said, Robinson is fine, and I hope that if he wasn't fine, the internet would have the decency to not meme it. I mean, who really knows, but I can hope that for the internet. And even though tons of people are making fun of Robinson, we all need to remember how stressful of a night that was for both of them. And remember that this was Robinson's first real fight, and Jake's second professional fight, but third event fight. So Jake not only had a technical advantage, but Jake is also over 10 years younger than Robinson, so there's another advantage. And being on the Tyson undercard means a lot more eyes will be on you than a normal fight, and that kind of pressure is indescribable. Like, this was a massive event for a first fight. And as for the consensus before the fight, everyone was pretty much roasting Jake for his comments about COVID being a hoax, but after, it seemed that he's gained a lot of respect from other fighters and even YouTubers alike, with Bryce Hall even tweeting out that, quote, "Jake Paul just made us YouTubers look good." And even though Bryce got roasted for that tweet, with people bringing up all the times Jake has made YouTube look bad, which is a lot of times, Bryce is right. This made internet stars look really good. It not only showed how they can pull crowds, but they can also deliver the skills. And boxers have so much respect for the Pauls now that Mike Tyson even made a comment in his post-fight interview that boxers should be thanking the Pauls, because MMA was taking over the fight game, and YouTubers like the Paul brothers and KSI are personally giving it a second wind. And I can agree with that, because I would personally watch an MMA fight over a boxing fight any day. But the YouTubers are the only reason that I really cared about that fight at all. And based on the performance of Paul and Tyson, both fighters look very hungry for more, and I'm sure Jake's next fighter will be a true worthy opponent. Guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this below. What do you think of boxing, and has your opinion of the sport changed at all because of YouTubers? I know for me it certainly has. Like, I seriously could not have cared less about boxing before this, but because the Pauls are so heavily involved, KSI, all these social media stars are getting involved, it's so hard not to watch one of them potentially get knocked out, like especially a Paul brother. Like, what more could a girl ask for? But before I head out of here, I'm gonna shout out some comments from the last roundup. So Sophie once said, "I definitely knew that she would do this. You don't just lose 1 mil, then gain them back again." On the off chance that she wasn't buying followers before the whole scandal, after the scandal, she totally was, because, you know, if she's going down, you need to stop that, right? So I'm sure her team at least bought some followers. And then Abraham Lincoln said, "Summary of this video, idiots everywhere." Thanks so much, Abe, for that comment. You know, we really needed you to come in and tell us what we needed to know, because it's just a straight fact. Then another user said, "She just wanted those even numbers." Yes, she went from 99, and you know, she got that even number, 98. It's an even number. So I mean, truly, how can she complain? Alright guys, that is all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you like the channel and want to see some more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I'll catch you all in the next one.